Hello everyone, it is the Wolfpack's ManofSloth here, bringing you sincere apologies for the last prologue that was up. I don't know what I was thinking during the editing phase, but it seems like my voice couldn't be heard at all, so this time I'm doing it in such a manner that my voice can be heard rather clearly. Why can't I access my saves? Well, don't know what happened there, but now I can access my saves again. So we're going to redo the prologue without any further ado.
Well, Ike, you had enough? Oh, missed.
Ike? Oh no!
Missed that song.
Ah, you're up. About time.
Alright, and thus our prologue begins. So as you can see, we got knocked out, and I have about as much idea as you do about what Ike has seen when he was out. I'm trying to make this as blind of a playthrough as possible. I'm obviously going into this after having recorded a few episodes already, but I'm still going in pretty much blind. So I have no clue what to expect other than it's a Fire Emblem game, turn-based tactical board game, where you control many units and try and take out the enemy units. You'll see more in detail as we get to play. So the prologue is basically just a tutorial chapter of this game, where I'll fight a total of 2 enemies, and hopefully I'll win both times. I should be able to survive with 1 HP at any rate. From what I've seen so far, this game does look really promising. It's a Fire Emblem game, so of course it's going to have a really good story. And I can't wait to get back to actually recording new parts of the game after redoing all the bad recordings I had earlier. Really sorry for the prologue I put out, again. Don't know what came over me, but that's what I'm here to make up for now. Yeah, we were out cold. You guys saw that we were out cold. Wish there was a way to make the text speed faster. I looked in the options during one of my recordings, but couldn't find anything. So as you can see, we'll get to fight Boyd right off the bat. Just one single enemy, and spoilers, he's a pretty easy victory. So yeah, we'll get tutorial windows. I haven't found any of them helpful so far, but... So, I'll turn them off for this chapter. So, as you can see, each unit can move a certain distance of tiles over any given turn, and during your turn you can choose to move and perform an additional action, such as using an item, in which case I don't have any items, or attack an enemy if I'm within reach. In this case, I walk up to Boyd, and it looks like he's just gonna taunt this turn. Works for me. And here's the quick battle screen, or the quick view screen. My stats are on the right with HP, MT is attack power, hit is your accuracy, and crit is your critical chance in percentage. So as you can see, I will deal 9 damage to Boyd and take him out in 2 hits. Not a problem whatsoever. This chapter is just meant to teach the basics of the game. Move up to the enemy, attack the enemy, don't get killed. Pretty elementary stuff. Get experience every time you battle, not just for killing enemies too, which is really nice. Especially for weaker enemies, which can't quite get the job done. In every enemy phase, not every enemy will stay still and taunt you. During the enemy phases when most enemies will just rush at you to attack you and take you for themselves. Typically that's what you want to take advantage of in later chapters, but for now we just gotta rush right up to these guys. The chapter's not quite over yet. Yep, so here's our introduction to healing items. Right off the bat we get a Vulnerary. Restores 10 HP to any unit. Can be used up to 3 times. You'll see many of these laying around the battlefield. And you can use them... well, any unit that's holding them can use them on their turn. Not too difficult. Let's walk up to a spot. Now I have a Vulnerary that I can use. Which you will need to use in order to be able to beat Grail. You can't beat this guy without healing. Trust me, I've tried. So by the looks of things, I will live with 1 HP. Grail does 6 damage to me, I've got 13 health left. It'll take me 2 more hits to bring him down, so he'll get 2 more hits off on me. So long as he doesn't crit, we should be in the clear. That's a frustrating thing you'll see oftentimes in Fire Emblem. You have a good streak going, you'll be getting through a bunch of enemies, and then you get critted into oblivion out of nowhere. Nothing more frustrating than that. Pretty much never happens in the prologue, but it can happen even in Chapter 1, especially if you play on higher difficulties. Should have mentioned I'm playing this game on normal. I'm not a wimp, I'm not going to play on easy, but I'm not hardcore enough to play on hard. Sorry to disappoint. But yeah, that's pretty much all the gameplay of the prologue. And now we just get cutscene of us getting accepted into the mercenary group at long last. Of course, Boyd is a part of that mercenary group as well. Yep, to join the the Grail mercenaries. I mean, I don't know how old Ike is, but I don't think he's too much younger than Boyd and the others. Look to be of pretty similar ages. So I'm guessing that Boyd and Ike are like right on the age threshold of joining the mercs. Yep, and every other chapter we do will be done with Ike as a mercenary instead of just a lone soldier, and we'll have many more units to command as well. Don't worry, combat will get a lot more exciting as the game goes on. You'll see there are many different types of units, from people swinging sticks and axes around to magic users to bow users. You name any kind of medieval magic, whatnot, Fire Emblem's got it. But that will be it for this time in the prologue, and next time we'll take on Chapter 1, hopefully in much better quality than my initial recordings. Enjoy, subscribe, and have a nice day.